If you want to say hi.
Hi, everyone. Everyone who's with me hanging out and watching at home, hello. Not really sure how this whole thing works yet, but I'm excited to be here and answer some of your questions.
And this is going to be a really exciting hangout for us because we cover kind of continent to continent on this one. And we have someone from Canada, someone from Holland, someone from Australia, and we have a couple of others going to join us who are having a little bit of technical difficulties. So we have a lot of time to answer a lot of questions. And yeah, so we'll get started and do some introductions in the room. So if you, Jocelyn, if you want to give us a start.
Hi guys, I'm Jocelyn. I'm 19 and I'm from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island in Eastern Canada.
Yay!
Yay!
Representing. Awesome. And we also have Sharon.
Hi. I'm Sharon. I live in Holland. I'm 18 years old and I love Degrassi.
Yeah.
Party!
And we also have Tara from Australia. Go ahead. Oh, Tara, I can... We're just having little technical difficulties.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Tara. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and I'm 18.
Hey!
Welcome, welcome. All right, so we're really excited to have Annie here today. Annie came all the way up just specifically for this chat, and she's been in school and everything. So how's that going?
I skipped school today for this. I mean, come on. I was like, I have to do a live chat in like 5 hours. Can't go to school. And so I just lounged around all day waiting for this moment, and there we go.
So all to say is we are equally excited to be chatting with you guys as you are for the lovely Annie Clark. And I think we have Samantha that just got back into the room. Are you able to hear us, Samantha?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
It worked.
Do you want to say hi? Where you from?
Hopefully it keeps working.
It's working for now.
So where are you from, Samantha?
Yeah. Michigan.
Oh, cool. You're a very international bunch.
Yeah,
I like it.
Thank you for joining us. And yeah, so we'll get started. We've just noticed we've been on our Google Plus page, on YouTube, and on all our sites, and we've noticed that there's been so many questions, like hundreds of questions for Annie. So we'll get started. Okay, so we'll start with maybe one from the room, and then one from each in the room, and then we'll jump to some questions that our fans have written in on the pages. Yeah, if you want to start us off again, Jocelyn.
Okay, so what's it been like adjusting from being away from filming Degrassi? Is there anything that you missed that you didn't think you would miss, or?
Like, actually everything. It's the weirdest adjustment ever. It seems like forever since I've been just a student. Like, I've always been kind of like a student and also an actor, or like also working at the same time. So it's really weird and boring just being in regular school. But yeah, like I just have a lot more time on my hands that I just am filling with watching TV and just, I don't know, like seeing my friends and stuff. But yeah, I basically miss everything about this place. Like, I really wanted to come in early today so I could just kind of like hang out in the halls and see everyone, but then the traffic was insane, so I ended up not even being early at all. But yeah, but I tell them I'm going to come in and visit all the time. Like, next season they're not going to be able to keep me away.
Great question, Jocelyn. Samantha, do you have any questions? Would you like to start us off with a question?
Yeah, jumping question. You obviously Fiona, who's open and proud. Kind of weird you not being part of that community as you, like you not being in real life. Is it hard playing one? And like, what's based on like the feedback you've gotten from the fans? Like, is it weird being a role model to people?
Okay, so you're cutting out of it, but I think the gist of the question was, is it weird for me playing a gay character on the show? Is that what you got from that too?
Yeah, I think so.
And how do I feel about being a role model for LGBT?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was cutting out of it, but we got the gist. So yeah, like I don't find it weird playing a gay character. Like it was a surprise at first because I just wasn't expecting it, but I kind of say to everyone when they ask me like, what's it like to kiss girls on TV? It's the exact same as kissing guys on TV. Like, it's weird kissing people on TV as it is. So like, and they're all my closest friends. So whether it's a guy or a girl, they're like one of my best friends, and there's cameras in your face, and it's just like weird anyway. But luckily I've had like the best TV girlfriends and TV crushes and all of that. So everyone makes everyone feel really comfortable. It's never like an awkward situation. And as for being like a role model or whatever, that's something that just came along with it that I wasn't even expecting. That it's been like the best bonus. Yeah, I just love hearing from people that like they love Fiona as a character, and that Fiona gave them the courage to come out, and any of that stuff. It's just like the cherry on top of playing one of the best characters ever.
Awesome. Great question, Sharon. Sorry, Samantha. Sharon, go ahead with your question.
Okay, what have you learned from Fiona's character, and what has Fiona learned from you?
Interesting. I have learned from Fiona's character probably more than I once thought. Definitely don't get drunk at school and all of that. Like, don't be an alcoholic. No, but really, like, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. What I learned from Fiona, just like a lot of how not to be. I'd say, like, I think she's great, but I think I made more mistakes through Fiona than as myself. So I kind of am like, oh, phew, I don't have to do that in real life now. And as for Fiona learning from me, the writers tend to, like, once they get to know you, they tend to kind of write your character to be a bit more like you. Like, we found that with a lot of characters. They kind of turn into the actor who's playing them after a while. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe she got a bit of her niceness from me. Like, she turned into kind of like a nicer,
yeah,
like a nicer character. So that was nice, and I like to think that came from me. And I'm going to say that it did.
Yeah, no, and I think part of your Fiona in general, like, each season she's like evolved so much.
Yeah.
Right? Like, each year she's like a little bit more confident, or I mean, she was always really confident.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, like, she's learned so much and grown so much as a person.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
become more grounded too, and that's probably something you brought to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. And yeah. So Tara, do you have a question?
Yeah. So you've had a few memorable storylines, but the one that first comes to mind is Fiona's alcoholism storyline. So what kind of research did you do to get into the character of an alcoholic?
Well, we did work with. Well, actually, maybe this wasn't for that storyline. I forget who directed the first episode where that was a big thing for Fiona. Each director does something different, so excuse me. So we'll just do some research, like, in rehearsal. So I know that for the Bobby, like, abusive storyline with Bobby, Ben Lewis and I met with a social worker, and we talked about that with her. But as for alcoholism, I think I just talked about it with the director. I also didn't know at that point if it was going to turn into this lengthy thing that it did end up turning into. But yeah, it was hard for the first little bit, like coming to work at 6 a.m. and having to play drunk like first thing in the morning. And I had to drink, like, instead of champagne, I had to drink ginger ale. So like I can't even drink ginger ale anymore because I had way too much of it over the last few years that it's like a placebo effect. Like it makes me feel drunk or something if I just have ginger ale. So yeah, like it wasn't, I know a lot of the storyline, like the episodes with alcoholism like seem very dark, but like on set it wasn't really like that. It was just something that Fiona did, you know. It wasn't I don't know. It wasn't like a dark process to get into, really.
It just looks so real, you know, like when you're going through it, it's like she must be drinking. But now we know ginger ale gets Annie drunk, so she's a keep drunk.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna thank you guys so much for that first round of questions. Those were awesome. We're going to take a question from Google Plus, and this one's from Ashley Grabowski. What classes would you recommend taking for someone going into college who wants to pursue a career in acting?
I should also be asking the same questions because I'm in university and taking random stuff that doesn't really have to do with acting, and I'm finding it to be kind of like, I don't know, a little boring, and I've been also thinking like maybe I should switch over and just go to school for acting. So I don't know. I would also like to know that. I guess like every university has, well, not every university, but most universities have like a drama program, or even if you're taking something else, you can get involved in the drama, like extracurriculars. I'm thinking maybe I might do that. Yeah, I don't know. Or intro to film. I'm taking that, and it's not really so much about acting, but it's like, it's about the film industry, so that's interesting too.
Awesome. Great question. Tara, would you like to ask Annie another question?
If you had the chance to be in charge of Fiona's storyline from when she first came to Degrassi, would you change anything, and if so, what?
Oh,
That's tricky.
yeah, that is tricky.
Or maybe we can reframe it even like, is there like a storyline that like some of the other characters have experienced that you're like, oh my gosh, that would have been crazy if that happened to Fiona, or
yeah,
something like that?
Yeah, like I don't think I would have changed anything about Fiona's storyline. I got to tackle some crazy issues, definitely more than I ever thought I would. Yeah, there's been some really good storylines that other people have had. I'm just trying to think of what comes to mind. I love the whole Eli bipolar thing. I thought Monroe did a really good job of that, though. I don't know. I could have done that. And I don't know, one of my favorite characters was Holly J, always. Even because like I used to watch the show before, and I loved Holly J, so some of her storylines would have been cool to do too.
Awesome. Great question. And this kind of goes really well with this kind of next question from Google Plus again. This one's from Danielle Billingsley. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong. What is your favorite episode of Degrassi? And Annie's a huge Degrassi fan, so this is why it's a fun, tricky question for you.
That's so hard. They like test the trivia games on me. Like I have like trivia contests with people about episodes. Well,
win.
Yeah. I'm a big Jake Epstein fan, so like basically any episode he's been in. Yeah, I really liked season 4. That was one of my favorites. This is like a really cliche answer, but oh wait, no, I should say this. Never mind. But like as for this season, or like, what are we in, season 12?
Yep,
yeah.
Season 12.
As for season 12, no. As for all of the seasons I've been in, Degrassi Takes Manhattan is for sure one of my faves. Like that was one of my favorites to film, for sure.
Awesome.
I'll tell you why after.
That's awesome. Sharon, did you have a question?
Of course. What did you like the most, working with Porcelina or Mr. Tuxedo Pants?
Oh, that's so hard. And I really hope Tuxedo Pants doesn't get mad, but Porcelina actually made my life. Like, that was amazing. When they first told me that storyline, or when I first read it in the read-through, I was so excited, and I was like, wait, no, actually, is this real? And then they were like, well, yeah, you know, we'll see if we can get a pig, and so they were kind of, like, trying not, like, to have me not get my hopes up, and then it actually ended up happening, and I was just ecstatic. And also, surprisingly, a pig was a lot easier to work with than the cat. Like, I don't know if you've seen the bloopers, but Mr. Tuxedo Pants could not sit still, and he was, like, never really doing, like, in the scene where I'm, like, in the windowsill, like, holding him and crying and drinking, as one does, like, whenever I wanted him to stay, he would go, and then when I'm supposed to, like, shoo him away, he wouldn't go anymore. So the pig was actually easier to handle because we would feed him apples and Cheerios, and he would just be happy. Like, he would do anything as long as I gave him apples and Cheerios, so it was really fun. And I wanted a pig for, like, months after that, and my mom was not happy. She was like, that's never going to happen. Get over it.
Your shoes.
What?
Your shoes.
My
Your
shoes.
shoes would get eaten by the pig.
Yeah, no, but this was a well-trained pig.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That was all for show. He was
All
a very
right.
well-trained pig. He was like a dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like that particular scene because that song that goes in at the end, the so popular thing, right?
Oh,
that goes
yeah,
straight
yeah,
into
yeah.
that song. That's
I know
the
that
best.
photo shoot. With he didn't like that very much, but it was still fun.
Yeah, that was the best. Yeah, so we're just going to jump out to a question from YouTube. And this one is from Stephanie Lavra. And I apologize if I butcher your last name again as well. What is the scariest part of an audition?
Oh my god. All auditions are scary. I've gotten into the habit of just not caring about them now. Like, I mean, doing what I need to do, but like not getting so invested, because I used to get really invested and then get really sad if I didn't hear. But actually the scariest part is seeing everyone else in the waiting room. Like, auditions I think would be 10 times better if you could just go in and like not see anyone else before you go in, because I get really thrown off by being like, oh, that girl's in that show, or, you know, they've worked with this network before, like, you know, what chances do I have? And I start second guessing myself even if I go in being really confident. It's a bit better now because mostly me and all the Degrassi girls go against each other for everything in like every part. So now it's like I see my friends when I go to an audition, so it's not so bad. But still, there's like a little bit of like, oh great, Alicia's going out for this, like, oh man. So yeah, but I remember when I first started acting, I had like no friends in the industry, so I would be the one like sitting quietly in the audition room and everyone would be like friends and talking, and I would feel really self-conscious. But now I feel like I'm the one being like, Aislinn, Christine, hey. So it's not so scary anymore.
Yeah, no, it's really scary. For sure.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, would you like to ask Annie another question?
I would. So say in like however many years there's little Annies running around, what would you tell them about your experience on Degrassi? What would be the main things you would tell them?
Oh my god, cool. Well, it's not going to be for like 10 years. But, luckily, I'll have DVDs and all of that stuff. Yeah, like, I never even thought about that. Hopefully, I'll still be acting, so that will be something that they kind of know about. But Degrassi will definitely be something that I'll want to show them. It's kind of like my first job, and like such a show that I'm so proud of, and a character that I'm so proud of. So, and it's also like a really educational show for some. So I feel like it might be the kind of show that I'll show them when they need to learn about tough teen issues. I know they show it in some schools and stuff. So, so maybe they'll even see it in school one day and be like, "That's my mom."
And you can have a Degrassi trivia with your kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll make them watch from the beginning, not just my seasons. Yeah, no, I'll definitely want them to watch it.
Very cool. And and sorry, I'm just gonna jump back to Jocelyn really quick because I think I just noticed a Degrassi shirt that you're wearing.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't even know, girl.
Yeah, she does Degrassi everything. Like,
Everything. There's just all your friends hanging out on my wall right there.
Oh my god!
And actually,
Can you
show it.
they're there. All the headshots.
Oh my god.
I had to write you like 8 times to get one from you, though. So that was.
Oh,
good, though.
sorry.
It's okay.
But I met you in person.
Yeah, which was great. Actually, on the other wall, that's all the framed pictures from when I met you, which was.
What?
Yeah, I
That's
ran
so
out at
cool.
7 o'clock the next morning and got everything framed.
That is
It was-
amazing.
oh,
I saw
yeah.
you tweet like, "Oh, I love like cleaning my room or something, so I get to reorganize my Degrassi stuff and keep
Yeah.
putting it up every time in like a new place." That's
yeah,
amazing.
that's my whole shelf full of everything right there. Oh,
Oh
just
my
everything.
god.
Just a love. And I got a Degrassi bedspread for Christmas, which I didn't even know existed.
What?
So, yes.
Hold on, we're gonna show you what we're using right now. Hold on,
yeah.
let's just raise this up.
Oh,
that's
it doesn't have. Where does it say Degrassi?
It just has Degrassi Panthers. Hold on.
That's
Uh-huh. And this is what I have on my bed. It's the warmest
Girl.
blanket ever, and
Mm-hmm.
my Degrassi bedspread, I guess, because I have it like. This is what I use as my blanket.
Oh man, we're
I
best
didn't bring it
friends.
today though. This is theirs.
Yeah.
It's just cold in here.
Yeah, no, right now we're filming in, if you guys have noticed, we're in front of the main, like the kind of like the, I guess it's the
That's my
atrium.
locker.
Yeah, this is, do you want to even open it?
Sure.
You can show
This
us.
is my locker from this season. Last season it was around the corner, but you know.
Annie's going to give us a tour of her little locker. So this is an impromptu.
No, that's next one. Oh, these locks are pain of my existence. Okay, this. I think it's this. Oh yeah, it is because this lock is put here with like tape because they make so much noise that they don't want us to actually use them. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's your locker.
Yeah. Aw, and Imogen's jacket's in it.
Oh.
This is it. Can you see? Yeah.
Can you guys see? I can't move the
Yeah,
laptop,
that's okay.
unfortunately.
We can see.
On tape here, and there's just like some papers and a mirror, of course, and just like prop stuff that I never actually use. Like, have you ever seen this person episode? It's not a thing, it just stays in the locker. A slinky, you know, because you never know. And that's about it. Some pictures of European places because world traveler. Yeah. And that's that.
See, this is
149.
so this is the reason. See, these are the this is the reason why our you guys should keep checking out our Google Hangouts because
Yeah.
you get inside scoop from the actors themselves. I never would have even known that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so we're gonna jump back to another question. Thank you for everyone watching right now. We have a lot of questions that we've been noticing online, and I'm gonna take one from. And this one is from YouTube. And this one, yeah, this question is from YouTube, and it's from Elizabeth Palmer. What is your favorite thing about Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh my god. I don't even know. When I hear his voice, it's like I swoon. And like I actually don't even know what it is about Leonardo DiCaprio. Like I've actually tried to pinpoint it because I've been trying to like see if I can find it in like a husband one day. But it's just like he was my first crush. My sister loved Titanic, and so I loved anything my sister did growing up, and she had a poster, and when she like didn't want it anymore, I was like, oh, I'll take this Titanic poster. So it was just in my room when I was like 6, and so I just was like always loved him. And then also like I wanted to be an actor, and I thought he was such a great actor, so I just, yeah, he was just like the first time I like had a crush, and it just like never stopped, I guess. And since then I've just like loved everything he's been in, and he's just gorgeous and amazing.
Very talented guy.
Yeah.
Talented guy.
Love him.
Yeah. So let's take another question from the room. Sharon, did you have a question?
What is the weirdest thing a fan has ever done for you?
I got proposed to. That was weird because he doesn't know me. And yeah, that was at the like thing we have in the parking lot at Much Music. Chris is taking a picture of me right now. And So yeah, that was weird, and like nothing else has been super weird. Like only proposals because we've never met, so that's a little extreme. But everyone's really nice. I got a little worried when I first joined Twitter because people can just cyberbully and say mean things, but I actually have the best followers ever. Like no one's ever said anything mean. Everyone's always encouraging, and like no one is creepy. Everyone is awesome. So I don't have any crazy stories. Like I know that Lauren Collins like had someone tattoo her signature on their arm or something.
Yeah.
Like that is insane to me, and that nothing like that has happened. Like I've had people cry, which is also insane when you think about it, but no tattoos yet.
Yeah. No, I think a large part of it is that the Degrassi community and everybody watching this and like that tweets our accounts and tweets the cast and everybody, it's has been so amazing. I think the Degrassi fans are pretty much the best.
The best ever. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever meet a cooler group of people, even if it's virtually online.
Awesome. All right, so we'll take another question. Tara, do you have a question for us?
Oh, sorry. Okay. What's it like working with Christine, and are you happy, well, without giving anything away, are you happy with the way Fimogen ends in season 12?
Don't worry, I'll handle this one. Without giving anything away, yes, I am the happiest ever working with Christine. She is amazing. And like just the best on-screen girlfriend anyone could ever ask for. We're hanging out tomorrow. And yeah, she just is the most hilarious person. And I am happy somewhat with how this season ends. But yeah, I think ultimately it's good for Fimogen. I think the fans are gonna be cool with it. I don't think anyone's gonna write any crazy letters into us complaining. It ends in like a really nice way, and I felt so like satisfied when I was leaving. Like I didn't feel like there was any loose ends or anything like that. And Christine and I still hang out all the time, and yeah, I just like she'll always be one of my closest friends for sure.
Awesome. Jocelyn, did you have a question for us?
What? I sure do. So say there's a reunion in 10 years. Where do you think Fiona would be? What would she be doing?
Ooh, I hope working in the fashion world. Probably like jet setting from Europe to New York to back to Toronto to visit everyone.
Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, PEI obs. Yeah, so hopefully, like, I could see her being, like, I don't know what, like high up in fashion, like maybe working at a magazine or, like, running shows or designing, something like that. I think that was kind of her goal from the start, and no matter what craziness happened, that's kind of, she was still interested in pursuing that in the end. And hopefully be with Imogen, with what's her face? Imogen. I said Imogen. Imogen.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take a question from YouTube, and this one is from Jackie McCarthy. Any parts of the world that you haven't visited that you would really want to visit?
Yeah, tons of the world I haven't visited.
You do a lot of traveling.
I do, yeah, I do. It's like my favorite thing to do. But yeah, I have a list of places I want to go. Definitely Holland and Australia, for sure, and PEI, and Michigan. I've been to Michigan actually. But yeah, I'm actually going to Thailand in June with Charlotte. So that's been like a big one on my list. And Charlotte and I always travel together, so that's like our big trip coming up this year. And there's like a ton of places in Europe I would like to go, but I definitely want to go to Australia and New Zealand like soon. Like I'll probably go next year or something because I have some family there, and people I can stay with. So yeah.
And Thailand sounds also
So
wicked
exciting.
amazing.
Yeah, my cousins are living there for a few months, so Charlotte and I are going to go stay with them and travel around. And yeah, I'm going in June, so for my birthday.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
That sounds really, really amazing.
Yeah.
So we're going to take another question from Google+. What couple do you ship? And this is a question from Marissa Ortez.
Well, I definitely ship Fimogen. Like, I know I'm biased, but actually so cute together. Like, definitely my favorite person that Fiona's been with. And I am an Eclair fan. I was an Eclair fan. I think I'm on the fence now. Like, I can be persuaded, but I just think, like, you know, they need to just sort themselves out. I think they need some time apart right now. I'm not saying it couldn't happen in the end, but I do think they're really cute together. So I do hope that it can. I don't even know where they're at. Like, that's like, what are they even at now? Are they together? Okay, they're together. Yeah, you're like, because I'm so confused by like what we filmed and like what's already happened and what season we're even in. So, and like I also watch the episodes when they're rerunning on Match. So they're together. So that's good. And I don't even really remember how it ends. So yeah, good. I like Eclair. I like Fimogen, and couples are always changing. I don't even remember who is a couple right now and who isn't.
Maybe some Jen and Connor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jenna
but
and
is that
Connor.
a thing that they know?
Yeah, Jenna and Connor. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm into that actually.
Yeah, me
that's
too.
really cute. Yeah, everyone. That was one that no one saw coming.
Yeah,
like there's some where you're like, oh yeah, I thought you were gonna put them together eventually, but like Jenna and Connor, everyone was like, what? But it works.
Yeah, and also like I really like the kind of guy friendships like Jake and Eli.
Oh
like,
my god, yes. And how about Jake and Mo?
Jake and Mo.
Oh my god, everyone's obsessed with Jake and Mo. And I love Mo and Marisol too.
Me too, right?
Oh my god, I did some ADR for like the last few episodes, and I got to see the cutest scene with them, and I was just like, I love it.
Yeah, we kind of get fangirly over here too. So.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, feel free to cut us off with some questions if you guys want. And Tara, so I noticed you have someone new in the room as well. Did you want to say hi?
Hi. It's my little sister. She wants to ask a question.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, what's your name?
Kayla.
Hey, nice to meet you.
You too. My question is, when auditioning for the part of Fiona, were you confident about getting it?
No, not at all. Actually, it's a weird story how I got the part of Fiona. I didn't audition for Fiona. I didn't actually even audition for Degrassi. I was auditioning for a different show by Epitome, like a show that didn't end up happening. Yeah. But so I auditioned for like the lead role in that, and I had 4 callbacks, I think. And so I was like, oh, okay, so like I'm definitely gonna get this part, because I kept getting called back. So I was like feeling confident then, and then I didn't get the part, and I was so sad. And then months went by, and so I just like was like, okay, that's over, whatever, I guess. And then I got a call from Epitome like months later saying that there was a part for me on Degrassi, and it was Fiona, and that I was going to be twins with Landon. And Landon and I had, for the other show, Landon and I had auditioned to play boyfriend and girlfriend on the show. And in the audition, they were like, you guys look like twins. And we were like, okay, thanks for telling us that before we're about to play boyfriend and girlfriend. And then, and then we didn't end up doing that show, and then we were twins on Degrassi. So I was nervous for that audition. I would have been a million times more nervous if I had known it was going to be for Degrassi. So it's probably best that I didn't, because I probably would have sabotaged myself because I was such a big fan.
Everything happens for a reason. That just goes to show you.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, and this actually leads really well to one of the questions we have right here from Google Plus again, and this is a question from Jillian Knapp. Do you miss working with Landon Libran?
Yeah,
Is it
I do.
Libran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do. Like, I'm a bit used to it now. It was really hard when he first left, because I was used to having all my scenes with him. and like Fiona wasn't really a character her own without Declan yet, so it was I didn't really know what Fiona was going to turn into, but I was very happy with what happened. And but yeah, it was really tough not seeing Landon every day, and he was off shooting his show in he's in Australia. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit sick still. Yeah, so he was shooting in Australia, so I didn't get to see him then. And then when we all went to LA, I got to see him for a bit. And now, weirdly enough, he's in Toronto again, shooting a show. And I've only gotten together with him a few times because he's really busy. But actually, the other day, I ran into him on the street, which was so weird. We were just like downtown, and I like got off the streetcar, and he was there, and I was like, oh, hey, Landon. So that was cool. But yeah, it sucks not working with him anymore. But we've said like we look alike. We play twins and something else. We're kind of a package deal. So you never know. We might work together again.
Yeah, and he's also still around. Like he came to our season 12 parking lot party as well. So he's still very much like involved in a big part of
Yeah, he came
Degrassi.
He came to our Halloween party too, and he keeps in touch.
Sweet guy. So any of you girls in the room want to ask another question? Just give us our hand raised too, if you guys. Yeah, go ahead, Jocelyn.
Okay, I guess can I ask 2 questions?
Sure.
Okay, my first question is, why do you find it so hard to stay on Tumblr? And 2, can I tell people we're best friends?
Okay, I'm gonna answer the second one first. Yeah. Obviously, yes, you can. And the first question, like I actually always forget about Tumblr. Like you just reminded me when you said that. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, I guess like now I should probably get on Tumblr. Like I'm on the computer all the time anyway. I might as well. I guess like I just don't really get blogging. Like I get it for other people to do, and I enjoy reading blogs, but like I just don't really have like fun anecdotes.
You're Annie Clark. You're full of them.
Well, I do have fun anecdotes, but I like just saying them more than writing them. So like it ends up just being me like reblogging a bunch of pictures, which is like fine and cool. But I guess like that's why I always forget, because like it's just like I feel like my Tumblr is like not that exciting, but I'll spice it up a bit. I'll work on it for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and you can follow our Degrassi Tumblr too.
Yes.
In the meantime.
Just shameless plug.
Shameless plug. That was totally shameless.
Yeah, and I am following. I just don't go on Tumblr, so I don't see anything.
That was super embarrassing, but I'm not apologizing for it.
Follow my Tumblr too, I guess.
And follow Annie's too, yes.
I don't remember what it is.
AJCO604.
There we go. That's it.
There we go.
AJCO604. Maybe that's why I haven't been on. I forgot my thing. I forgot what my Tumblr was. There we go. I'll try. Oh, I'll be better, Jocelyn.
Thank you.
That's a great question. Okay, this is a question from Claire Goodman from Google+. What has been the highlight of your career, or what would you love to happen during your career?
Well, Degrassi's basically the highlight of my career right now. Yeah, it's kind of been like everything. Like when I consider my acting career, Degrassi is basically it. So
that's
yeah,
not entirely true. You did your movie too.
Yeah, I shot a movie this summer, but I haven't like seen it yet, so we'll see. But yeah, so that was a big highlight. I'd like to do more movies for sure, but like everyone always asks me like, oh, so do you want to do TV or movies now? And I'm like, either. Like I'll do anything that's cool. So yeah, I would like to be in another series in my lifetime, and I would also like to do some more movies. Oscar wouldn't hurt. I wouldn't say no.
A table beside Leo, a seat
oh
beside
my
Leo.
God, that's what it is. I can't believe I didn't even
Seat
say.
beside Leo.
I want to be in a movie with Leo for sure. Even though like probably by that time he'll be playing like my dad or something. No, he could just be like my older
No, he could
boyfriend.
totally.
Yeah, he's only like 15 years old.
Depends on the movie. You just need to find a movie that works.
Yeah. So that would be like something that I for sure would want to happen. Even if I like have one line or something, like it's not even a scene with him, like just to be on the same IMDb page would be amazing. Yeah. So hopefully there is a lot more to come. Although Degrassi's been like a pretty awesome highlight. Like if my acting career were to end now, I'd be like pretty happy. I mean, I don't want it to end, but I mean, like, Degrassi's been everything and more.
No, absolutely. And this is a question from YouTube. This is from Linda Deckers. What is your favorite TV show besides Degrassi?
A lot of them. I watch a lot of TV. Right now, Shameless is for sure one of my favorite shows. I like the show Girls a lot. Oh my god, I watch so much TV actually now that I'm just thinking. Like, I love Dexter, Breaking Bad, How I Met Your Mother, Modern Family. Like, basically anything that's on the air, I watch. And stuff that's not. Like, Freaks and Geeks, I love that show. Like, all the old classics, Saved by the Bell, Home Improvement.
Saved by the Bell.
Home Improvement.
And just so you know, we have Krista here, but she refuses to come say hi.
That's Krista, and I always make fun of her for loving Home Improvement.
I like it a normal amount.
No. We have this note paper.
That's why I make fun of her. So like Krista like has like a bunch of weirdly like Home Improvement merch like around the office. And then she it was brought up like some like Home Improvement quote. Like, you've brought it up a few times too. And then I came into the office and they had like a notepad of like the Home Improvement characters, and I was like, "Okay, whoa, you're like way into Home Improvement."
Really into
and if you don't know what we're talking, do you guys know?
Does anybody here know what Home Improvement is?
Jonathan
It's like
Thomas.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God. So you're not finding this funny?
Oh,
okay.
no.
If you knew what Home Improvement was, it's just such a random like.
It's kind of like
sitcom.
Full House. It's kind of like Full House.
Do you know Full House?
Do you guys know Full House? Yeah.
Mary Kate and Ashley, or not one of them.
Yeah. Both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah, because it's sort of like Full House.
But it's with Tim Allen and like Jonathan Taylor Thomas. It's like a 90s sitcom about like a family, and like the dad's like a handyman.
Yeah,
like,
handyman.
It's just like such a fine sitcom. Like, it's not. No, it's not.
So good.
It's not as good as Chris.
But I do like it a normal amount.
Anyway.
It's so good. It's so
yeah,
good.
Home Improvement. I like all of the shows that are on.
And
you could ask me if I watch a show, and I probably do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so now that we've
we digress with Home Improvement for a bit.
Sorry, we're getting so giddy and hyper over here. Yeah, do any of you guys in the room have another question? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Sharon.
Well, I have to ask you this because I asked it to Aislinn and to Monroe in the Google Plus, and they both answered it.
Okay.
If you were a cookie, what cookie would you be?
A cookie?
Yeah.
This sounds really boring, but like chocolate chip cookies. Like, I just like plain old chocolate chip cookies. They're the best. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Yeah,
just crazy delicious.
I haven't even had a chocolate chip cookie in forever too. I'm craving one now. What did Monroe and Aislinn say?
Aislinn said chocolate chip cookie also.
Oh, kindred.
And Monroe?
Macadamia nut.
Oh,
indeed, macadamia nut.
I kind of saw that coming from him. Yeah, I feel like. Oh no. I was like, I feel like Christine would say Oreos. I was trying to think if she was really into Oreos. But no. Also, someone would say Dad's cookies, like those Dad's oatmeal, because we have those around here all the time and we always eat them. But I don't know if we always eat them because they're the only cookies around, or if we like them. I don't know.
I think it's probably the first, because it's not crunchy. They're crunchy cookies.
Yeah, like they're good.
A little bit softer, yummy cookie.
They're good, but it's like, it wouldn't be the first cookie I'd choose.
Exactly.
Anyone else have a question?
What about your perfume line? What's going on? Like, who approached you? Talk about that.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know, that's something that may or may not be actually happening. That's that's like weird, but we'll see. Like, that's not, I'm not against it, but it's not like I'm not coming out with a perfume right now. That was just someone wrote that. Anyway, that's something I'll discuss with you guys after. Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, and I have a question here from Google Plus, and this is from Lane Dunlevy. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation. I've been asked this before, and I have
totally agree.
I had it ready.
I totally agree.
like every day there's a situation where I'm just like, oh my god, like today, getting here today.
Yeah.
I wish I could just teleport here. I just feel like it would make everything easier. Like I don't drive, so I just feel like that I could get places. And like just think about it for traveling. Like I could be like, oh, I want to go to Holland, and then I'd like be chilling with Sharon in Holland, and then I'd be like, oh, gotta go for dinner, and then I'd like come back, and I could just like go visit anywhere I wanted for however much time. You wouldn't have to deal with jet lag. Like it
So
just
true.
would be so good.
So true.
I could like teleport into Leo's house right now, and then before he could call security, I could just teleport right out. It's like it makes every situation good. So yeah, definitely that one.
Oh, that's so funny. And I just want to mention, Samantha, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry you cut out of the room. So we just grabbed your 2 questions that you posted when we selected the people to be in the room and the fans to be in the room. This is a question from Samantha. And if you could come back and play Fiona in 5 years, where do you see her being so far as in life and career and love and where she's living? I guess, because we sort of answered this question a little bit. But,
right, yeah, like I hope she'd be working in fashion. I could see her, like, living in Europe, but probably, like, having, like, assuming she gets her money back. Has that happened?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, she seems to have money. So
yeah,
she
and, like,
money.
wait, this will be 5 years. She will have been working. Yeah, it's fine. She'll make her own money.
And her mom will get the money back, too.
Yeah. But, like, maybe she'll be, like, a more independent woman, like, making her own money, like, not needing her parents' money.
I like this.
I hope so. And yeah, so she'll probably be, like, splitting her time between Europe and New York and Toronto. Like, I'm sure she'd still want to come back to Toronto, visit Imogen and her buddies here, Eli. Actually, Eli would probably be in New York, so she'd probably go visit him. Like,
Eli would be filming like her videos for her fashion stuff, right?
Yeah,
That'd
and
be
then
cool.
Landon would like whatever he's doing. He's at Yale, so like he'd probably be finishing up. I mean, not Landon, Declan. Yeah, so like I'd like to think she'd still be like in touch with everyone and just doing what she does, and not drinking and just being happy.
Do any of you girls in the room have another question? Go ahead, Tara.
Okay, so this question is from my friend Julie, who lives in Denmark. So shout out to Julie.
Hey, Julie.
She wants to know, what is your favorite Fiona friendship?
Oh, I love her friendship with Eli, for sure. I love doing scenes with Monroe. They're always so funny. And I just feel like they have good, like, I feel like Monroe and I have good chemistry together. Is that weird to say about yourself?
No.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I like watching the scenes that I have with Monroe, because he always does something funny, and it's always me just being like, oh my god. And one of my favorite scenes with us is for sure where we're like at the lockers and we like roll around them.
I
like
love
it's
that
so
scene.
cute.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
that
so
scene.
cute. And that actually someone was watching that on the pop-up video, and like, you know, the pop-up video that plays on Much, there's like where like things pop up and it gives like fun facts about the episodes. So one of my friends was watching that episode and they were like, oh, that's so funny, like you came up with that idea, like the rolling on the locker idea. And I was like, no, I didn't. Where'd you get that from? And apparently it said that on the pop-up video. So I'm setting the record straight. That was Stefan Brogren's idea. I don't want to take credit for something so awesome. He came up with that in rehearsal. And like Monroe and I loved it. So I guess we were the ones who were like, yeah, we totally have to do that. But that was just like Stefan's hilarious brain. We were like, wouldn't it be funny if we had a totally normal locker scene and we just like rolled over them? So weird, but I think it made it so much better.
Yeah, and also like a really awesome, like Fiona's kind of been one of the people who has like lots and lots of different friends, you know, like she's kind of like, she's had interactions with almost like every character, like she kind of overlaps with everyone, and like I love the new kind of friendship that sort of like love and hate with like Mike Dallas too.
Oh my god, yeah, I love that too.
I love those scenes with you and like Demetrius, because like I feel like Mike Dallas has like the kind of like he stands up to Fiona. He's like, come on, like you're being crazy.
I know, and it like started out with him hitting on me, and then he was just like, okay, no, so then we'll just be friends. And yeah, I really like that. And I the thing I love like about the Eli Fiona thing too is like so many people were like, oh, they're totally gonna hook up, like something's gonna happen, and I just love that never happened. Like it just was always like a platonic relationship, because I feel like a lot of relationships on shows like start off as friends and then like turn into something more. So it's nice to have like some relationships where it's like, no, we're just actually friends. So
true.
And Holly J too. Shout outs to Holly J. That's awesome.
Yeah, Holly J is one of my favorite characters too, and
for
Fiona. Okay, and this is a question from Ashanti Simmons. She was also supposed to join us in the room, but I guess that her internet connection might not have worked out either, and wasn't able to join us. So we'd like to ask a question from her. And did you always want to be an actress? And if you weren't going to be an actress, what do you think you'd be?
I did always want to be an actress, but I never actually like thought that I was going to be like. It's always what I would like say I wanted to be when I grew up. Like it's in my grade 6 yearbook too. Like it says like, what do you want to be? And I said like an actress. But and like I took like improv and acting classes and stuff when, like since I was really young, but I never really like knew how to go about doing it professionally. Like I never expected this to happen. It all happened kind of flukily when I was 14. But yeah, so like I have always wanted to do it. So and like if I am not going to continue in it, I would definitely like to work in the film industry for sure. So like I know that this industry is what I want to be in, and I want to act for as long as I still enjoy it, and also do other things. Like I'd love to produce, and I actually have always wanted to kind of be a casting director because I feel like that would be a really cool job. Yeah, and so yeah, something in film for sure.
Awesome. And this is a question from Google Plus, Laura Lynn from Laura Lynn's Slamma. And what is something that fans might be surprised to know about you? Yeah, something they don't already know.
I don't know. I feel like they know a lot about me. Like Jocelyn knew my Tumblr thing, and I didn't. Something. Do you guys know anything about me?
I'm trying to think something funny and quirky. No, I mean, I mean, aside from like the Degrassi trivia thing, you know.
Yeah, like
Degrassi trivia.
But I feel like people know that I used to play hockey. I don't know if that's like I'm a big hockey fan. I love the Leafs. So yeah, I used to like before I started acting. I was a competitive figure skater too. That was a thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I did competitive figure skating when I was younger, and then when I stopped that because I was like doing it like every day of the week before school, and it was just getting to be too intense, and I did like no other extracurriculars. So I like quit that, but I still wanted to be on the ice. So my dad was like, you want to play hockey? So I was like, okay. And then I did for like 3 years, and it was awesome. Like I would actually want to go back to playing hockey for just like for fun. Like it was just like a girls' house league like thing, but it was really fun. When I scored my first goal, my dad's such a hockey dad, so he like ran down to the ice and like got the puck, like my first goal puck from the ref. Like I don't know what he did, like yeah, and he made a trophy of it, and like the date that I got my first goal, like cutest man ever. So yeah, I have like a hockey trophy. I mean, I have some hockey trophies from like winning, but I have that one from like my first goal, so that was cute.
Aww,
yeah,
your dad gave you his own like little Stanley Cup version.
Yeah, adorable. Except he's actually pissed because like he's happy I'm a hockey fan, but he's like a diehard Montreal Canadiens fan, and like I'm a Leafs fan. So it's kind of blasphemy in my house to be like wearing a Leafs jersey, but he's just like happy to have someone to watch the games with. And I don't know, for people not in Canada, there's been like a huge hockey lockout for months, and it just ended, and like the first game was this weekend. Yeah, there's been 2 games. So like everyone's pretty pumped in Canada because hockey's back. So yeah.
So any of the girls in the room, do you guys have any questions?
Is there anything special you do to prepare for Fiona? To be
not particularly. Like I really like running the lines with the people I have.
Ashanti said.
Oh, someone's joining us.
I think we got Ashanti now. Yay.
Hi.
Hello? Hi, Ashanti, you made it! Yay!
Yay.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, I was just in the middle of answering the question. So the question was, do I do anything special to prepare for Fiona? So like not, like, other than learning my lines and stuff, like, not really, but I do like running the lines with the person I actually have the scene with. So I like in the hair and makeup room or taking some time before we shoot the scene to like actually run the lines together to like get a good rhythm. And other than that, like as the years went on, like I found that I don't know, I just kind of like knew Fiona at that point. So I don't know, it felt weird being like I didn't need to prepare, but I would like prepare my lines or whatever, and then I would just kind of like see what would come out because that seemed to be working for me. So yeah, so nothing major. I wouldn't like get into character, but as soon as I put on like the crazy clothes and accessories and stuff, like I would feel like a different person. Like I feel like when I look at myself, I look different from Fiona usually. So as soon as I would like undergo hair and makeup and everything,
Transformation.
I would like look in the mirror and be like, true, this is Fiona. You know, like the ringlets and all that.
True. That's what you just say to yourself in the mirror. True,
Fiona.
And hi, Ashanti. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you hear us? And is your mic on and everything? Sorry, we can't hear you. You can just unmute yourself on the top right corner.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. Hi, welcome.
Okay. Hi.
And,
Thank you. I'm from New York.
Awesome. I was just there.
I know. I tweeted you and you tweeted me back.
Oh, did I? Good.
Yeah.
Good. I just got back. It was awesome. I love New York.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah, so thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Would you like to ask Annie a question?
Yeah. If you could be friends with like one of the characters from The Next Generation, who would it be?
That's a good one. Like all of them?
Yeah.
Like Fiona, maybe one is like Fiona as a friend, and like
yeah, and then as you.
Someone you never met. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I would like to see Fiona be friends with there's actually a lot of people I haven't interacted with on the show. I always weirdly wanted Fiona and Casey to be friends.
Oh.
Like that's such a random pairing,
Yeah.
but I feel like that would be kind of cool. And like, yeah, a lot of the younger kids, and I guess that's why Fiona never really became friends with them. Like, it would be cool to be friends with Cam. And just, like, there's so many people that I just, like, wanted to have scenes with, but it, like, wouldn't make sense that our characters would interact.
Yeah.
And as Annie, I wanted to be friends with Craig. Yeah, love Jake Epstein. So, yeah, I wanted to be, for me, I wanted to be friends with, like, all the like older cast members because like I am friends with the newer ones, so it's hard to be, you know, impartial.
Yeah. And also Ashanti, since you're in New York, Craig is on Broadway.
I know. I want to see him
today. You saw him?
No, I wanted to.
Oh, we're like, okay. Because today they were asking me, they're like, so did you see Jake in Spider-Man? And I was like, sorry, what? And I didn't know that, so I would have totally gone.
Yeah, I know. I really wish I could have.
Oh man.
And no worries.
It's not too late for you.
Yeah.
It's still on the run. It's still running.
Yeah, but when am I gonna go
back?
Okay, yeah, like yeah.
So
realistically, I'll go to New York again. So I'll see how long it's gonna run for, and then
you just have more and more incentive.
Maybe Dad can be my excuse.
More and more incentive to go.
I told like Ian, our publicist was like, wait, sorry, I thought that's why you went to New York. Like, I thought you were going specifically to see him. And I was like, I didn't even know.
Thank you
so much.
Oh, well.
Thanks for that question. Who else does anybody else have a question in the room? All right, so we're just going to take a question from, Sharon, go ahead.
All right, if you could pick one person to go to dinner with, dead or alive, but not Jacob and not Leonardo, who would you choose?
That's so hard. Can it be Kate Winslet?
Of course.
Winslet. She is like for sure an acting role model. She's alive though. So dead, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm gonna get this question, like, I don't know, I feel like this is a question that you get asked in like a college interview or something and you have to have like a really good answer. I can't believe I haven't come up with one yet.
Dead. That's tricky.
Yeah, like there's like a lot of people I admire, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's tough.
On the spot, Leo. Leo and Kate mixture. I'll think of that one. When I think of a good answer, I'll like tweet it to you or something.
Okay, deal.
It's getting so cold here, and it's so dark behind us. Other than these lights right here, it's like dark everywhere else here.
Oh.
So that's probably a reason why we're both kind of like, oh
Yeah,
it's getting harder and
I
harder.
haven't done anything else today though, so like I don't have an excuse for feeling fried.
It's just cold. It's just
Yeah.
cold. I think our brain is kind of frozen in here. So this is a question from YouTube. This is from Elizabeth Purr. Do you play any musical instruments?
I know my bio says that I do. Like I did play the clarinet in the band, like for 2 years or something. But like if you gave me a clarinet now, I could play hot cross buns and that's about it. Yeah, so like I wouldn't say that I play the clarinet, and I also like have taken guitar lessons and piano. So like it's something that I could pick up, I think. Like I can play a few songs on guitar, but like I don't really play instruments. But the reason my bio says that I'm like my bio looks like I'm like so talented, like but it's because like at my agency you get this this form like every year where you have to like tick off the things that you are like the things that you can do, or like if they were to submit you for a role that had like these certain activities, like would you be comfortable on like a scale of 1 to 10? So like at the time when I filled it out, it was like, yeah, like I could be okay at guitar if you taught me the song, like
Yeah.
So I like put like a 1 for like all of those things, being like I'm not good, but like it's a thing. And then so they compile the things that I can do and put it in a bio. So it's like it makes it look like I can do all this stuff that I can't really do.
Well, you can learn it, and also it's funny
Yeah.
because like Fiona doesn't sing, like can't sing, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden she can sing too. Now,
Yeah,
right?
true.
So,
I mean, like I
you
don't
can sing. You have an
like
okay
no.
voice.
I mean no. I can carry a tune, but my voice. I'm always losing my voice too. So like I don't think I could actually be a singer ever. So I was very thankful when they had that episode where I had to be purposely bad because like yeah, that would be bad if I had to be good.
Yeah, no, I remember that scene. It was so funny. The part where you and
So
like you're
awkward.
singing to like Landon, and Landon's like you're Declan.
So awkward too. That was like my first season, and I was just like so embarrassed. But
It was
yeah.
awesome. It's awesome. And this is a question from Lover of Degrassi. Can you curl your tongue?
like that.
So
Is
that's
that
a yes.
curling your tongue?
I think so. That's a yes then.
But some people can do cool like clovers.
W,
and
yeah.
I can't do anything else.
Yeah, I can't either. Oh, I think Jocelyn was doing a tongue curl in there too.
What are you doing the clover or something? Oh,
Oh!
Yeah. that's about it.
That's so funny.
Or else that I would say that for my like interesting fact that you didn't know about me.
This is a question from Kat Wabbit on Google Plus. Have you ever had any pets?
Yes. I've had cats my whole life. And some fish. But yeah, like sad story. It's about to get real here, guys. No, like he's alive, but this might be even sadder. So like I had this cat for 11 years and he was actually the love of my life. Like I was obsessed with him. And he was so fat and like temperamental and like just like not like even that nice, but I just loved him. Like I got him when I was really young, and his name was Rocket, after Maurice Richard, the hockey player.
Oh, right.
Yes. So when we were mad at him, we'd call him Maurice. Like that was like his. Yeah. So yeah, I loved him. And then we moved to a condo recently, and we couldn't have pets in the condo, and so we were like staying at a hotel in between, like moving from my house to the condo, and the housekeepers like loved, so we could bring the cat to the hotel weirdly and not to my condo, but the housekeepers like would come every day and like loved him, and I'd be like, oh yeah, and we like still didn't know what we were going to do with him, like if we were trying to find a home for him. And then so the housekeeper that we like kind of like made friends with was like, I have like a couple cats and like kids and a big backyard and stuff, like do you want me to just take him? I was like, yeah, I guess. And so I had to give him away. I mean, like, he went to a good home, and it is better than being in a condo because he would have gone crazy because he liked to go outside. But, like, it was actually the saddest day of my life, other than leaving Degrassi. Like, oh my God. And it still makes me so sad when I think about him. Like, I still have all, like, pictures of him on my phone and stuff, and, like, yeah. But this way, like, I never have to deal with him, like, passing away, and, you know.
And you had your moments with him.
And I had, like, many years.
Yeah.
It was just sad that I had to be like, here's the love of my life. Yeah. So I do really want to get, like, another cat, but when I'm, like, settled and in my own place. Like, I travel too much, too, that, like, to have a pet is, like, not, it's not, like, fair to the pet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Better to have loved and lost.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and this is a question from Google Plus again. Where did I lost it right here. I just had it. This is actually kind of a funny question too. So what's the funniest blooper you've ever had? And this is from Line Polson. And they're from Germany, from Denmark.
Oh, sweet. Oh my God. I don't know. This one is always really hard to describe. Like, no one else finds it as funny as me and Christine do, and like Justin Monroe. But part of it is on the blooper. I forget what season. Season 10? The Never Turn Your Back on the Blade.
Season 11.
Okay, so the season 11 bloopers. You can go see them after. You can only see part of it, but it's like the scene, you might remember when we're doing like the Love Roulette play, and so we have like, Fiona's the director, so she's like running a read-through with like all the characters, and so it was myself, Christine, Monroe, Justin, and Aislinn, and then like a random, like an extra who like didn't know us, and we were all like around the table, and it was the last scene of the day, so we had to like get it done really quickly, and always at the last scene of the day everyone gets really, really giddy because like you've been there for 12 hours and like you're in a rush, and I don't know, like for some reason everyone gets really giddy. So we were like all around the table, and Justin gets like a frog in his throat, but he's being really serious about it, and he's saying that already hilarious line, like, never turn your back on the blade, because he's like acting like Fitz. So this is like while we're filming, so he goes like, never turn your back on the blade, kind of like what I'm doing right now with my voice. And so he says never turn your back on the blade, and like his voice just sounds so hilarious. We all started like laughing so hard, but then we couldn't stop because we knew like it was such like a rush, and like no one thought it, like none of the crew thought it was funny because we really needed to end at 7:30. But like, you know, when you can't laugh, it like makes everything so much funnier. And anytime Justin said that line, we would all start laughing. And like, the funniest part though is you can watch the blooper and you can see how like stressed and serious we're trying to be. Like, even thinking about it now, it was so hilarious because like when you put that many actors together too, like, and trying to keep a straight face, like, it's just not going to happen. So if you watch the blooper, you can see the camera's on Christine, and she's like trying to say her lines, and I can just tell in her head she's saying like, don't laugh, but I'm off camera reading like the lines to her, and you can hear in my voice that I'm laughing, and like, I don't know, every time we try and describe it to people who weren't there, they're like, yeah, that sounds funny, but like, actually it was one of the funniest moments of my life.
Aw, that's funny.
And anytime we talk about it, we all like burst out laughing. Poor Justin.
Ashanti, did you have a question?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming you saw the promo, so can you tell us anything about the new blonde girl?
New blonde girl?
She's like touching Eli in the promo.
Oh, yeah, I only saw the Teen Nick promo, actually, so that must be the one you're talking about in New York. Yeah, so, can I say?
Yeah, well, I would say, like, I mean, she's someone that she plays a little bit of a part in the next
Yeah,
block.
like, she's in it for more than just that episode. But also, it's not what you might think. Like, I feel like the promo looks very
misleading,
suggestive, and like Eli.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a lot more to it. Like, it's actually probably even more dramatic than you think. Yeah. Like,
oh god.
What you think, it's actually probably crazier than that.
Yeah. What you think, and then times 2.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. But she's awesome. She was cool to work.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're just about to, I know there's so many questions and everything coming in, but we're going to just about to wrap up. So maybe we'll do another, like 1 or 2 questions from inside the room, and then I'll take another one from YouTube and Google+. So Jocelyn, would you like to ask another question?
Sure. You were talking earlier about Connor and Jenna. I was wondering if you heard any weird ships involving Fiona that you just thought was weird from like Twitter or anything.
I heard like Fiona and Bianca at one point, which was funny because like, isn't she engaged? Right. But yeah, so that was funny. Like people come up with a lot of hilarious ones. I know Christine and I started like a little battle with each other, being like Ziona and Zimogen, because we love Ricardo. So we like, oh, that's who I was gonna say, who I wanted to be friends with, like Ricardo. Who I wanted Fiona to be friends with. Yeah, we love Ricardo. So Christine and I have had like a little competition, being like, Ziona's better. No, Zimogen's, or yeah, Zimogen's better. So that was like when we started. But maybe people ship them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen.
And Drew, I kind of love Drew and Fiona, their friendship too.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, yeah, I love that. All the scenes like living with Luke were amazing too. I wish Luke was my real roommate.
Aww.
That'd be fun.
We love Luke.
Yeah, we do. We love everyone. Like everyone is actually so awesome. Like,
yeah, and that's why we're gonna do
best
more
people.
hangouts.
Yeah,
and more hangouts.
Yeah, let's do like group hangouts too.
You know what? That's
group hangs.
That's a really good idea. I love that.
Yeah.
Would you guys watch it?
Here first.
Yeah, and if you guys want to comment, let us know. Like if that's something you guys want to watch, like we can try to make that happen.
Like Christine and I together.
Oh my! You know what? That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be so awesome.
I mean, I don't want to take away from her hangout, but it would be fun to do one together.
We can do a solo hangout.
Yeah,
and
or like I could come in part way. Something.
Hangout bomb.
Yeah, exactly. I could just be in the background, like.
Yeah, awesome. So,
anyone else?
Yeah, Sharon, would you like to ask the next question?
Yes, the question is from a friend of mine, Fiona, because you are her role model. She's gay too, like Fiona, and yeah,
Yay,
you were everything for her.
Oh.
When Fiona turned out to be gay, did you get any hateful or harmful reactions?
No, not at all. And that was like the best thing about it. Like I loved how that storyline came to be, because it was such a non-issue. Like we were going in for a read through, and then like Linda, the creator, like took me out and was like, oh, by the way, like you're gonna find out in a few minutes, but like Fiona's gay now. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then like even in just like how Fiona actually ended up coming out, like everyone was just cool with it in school. Like everyone was just like, that's awesome. And you know, like I'm glad to see you're happier now. And so like I think we really liked tackling that storyline too, because obviously there are a lot harder coming out stories. So it was nice to show that like it's not always this situation of like turmoil and hate, and like sometimes people are just, you know, cool with it. And I feel like especially now more than ever, people are a lot more accepting, and the Degrassi following is like such a great positive group of people that I've just had like nothing but amazing things from fans. So I've been really lucky. Like it's been, if anything, I've gotten nicer things because of it. So yeah.
That's really sweet. And also, like, I mean, Fiona is, like, you know a lot about Fiona's family. Like, that's, like, a lot of some of the other characters, like, you don't get to see that. Like, you get to see Fiona's mom, you get to see, like, Mama Coin, you get to see, like...
and you got to see her reaction to it, and she was cool with it, and it was just, like, yeah, it was really nice how that all came to be, and I think, like, that's when Fiona became, like, a much more, like, deep character, and when she actually started to become happy, too, so, so that was nice for me to play.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great question. And Tara, would you like to ask a question?
Yeah. So what character do you think it would be interesting for Fiona to have a Freaky Friday moment with?
Ooh. Yeah, that's a really good question. Yeah, can we make that a movie, a spin-off? A webisode. Just spitting out ideas here, guys.
I'm taking notes, guys.
Yeah, really. Just like more ideas, so like I don't leave this franchise. Like I know another spin-off. who's like someone who's so different from Fiona? Like that's like we were talking about the friendship with Dallas. Like that would be a hilarious one because Dallas and Fiona are like opposites. Like I feel like those.
Claire too. Like,
Oh,
how
Claire would be
bizarre would
funny.
that be?
That would be funny. Yeah, that would
Right,
be a
that'd
good
be
one.
super funny.
Especially because like Fiona's had like a couple interactions with Claire, but
But like bitchy ones.
yeah,
like, really
and never
mean.
and like they always say they're gonna hang out and go shopping and then never do. And yeah, that would be a funny one if it was another girl. I think Claire would be a good one. If it was a guy, I think Dallas would be funny.
That would be so
Yeah,
funny.
or like Drew or something.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking Drew would be really
That would be
funny
cool because the roommate thing could happen.
While they were unclogging the hair in the drains,
Yeah,
just like all of a sudden electrocute shock and they like switch bodies.
Hurry, be a writer.
No thanks. Yeah, no, we got some talented people that are doing that for us.
Yeah.
And Ashanti, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, well, my friend Ariana and Elizabeth just wanted to say hi. But my question is, if you could have any character come back for Fiona, would it be Holly J or Declan?
Oh.
Just pick one.
Oh.
Yeah, one.
That's really hard. I mean, I can answer honestly because like Charlotte and Landon are both like the least online presence people ever, so they'll never find this. I would like, for me as an actor, I would love to have them both come back. But for Fiona, I think it would be really interesting for Landon to come back for like, just because I feel like there was a lot of stuff that we didn't. I feel like a lot of what Fiona was going through, she went through with Holly J already. So it would be cool to see how she went through stuff with Declan, because we only got to see like a season and a bit of that.
Yeah.
So, and I would love to bring back the twin thing. Like I often forget that Fiona's even a twin sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Landon.
Okay.
But
Thanks.
Charlotte too, if I can have both.
Thank you. That great question.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, right. So Jocelyn, I think you have someone else there now.
Yes, my mom wanted to say hello to Annie since she has to hear me talk about you all the time.
Oh, I hear your
Jocelyn's
name
mom.
at least 50 times a day.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god, Jocelyn, I actually wanted to tell you, I saw your tweet like on Christmas or whatever when you were like, oh yeah, like talking about Annie Clark on Christmas morning or something, and then I read that to my family being like, oh my god, isn't this crazy? And then my sister was like, well, we're talking about Jocelyn on Christmas morning, I guess.
Oh.
Because like by you reading that tweet, like you're now talking about Jocelyn on Christmas morning. I was like, true that. Okay, you're right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. Yay, Degrassi
That's funny.
fans. Okay. So now we're just gonna go. Sorry. With one more. No. Shoot. Sorry. No. Sorry. I just clicked on. I'm just accidentally hitting buttons now. So we're gonna take another question from YouTube, and this is from Brittany Hohenkamp. Could you give me a cyber high five?
Okay.
A cyber five?
Britt. There you go. High five.
And that's to everyone else too?
Yeah, high five to everyone who's watching right now. I know it looks like I'm smacking you in the face, but I'm giving you a high five.
Yeah, and another question from YouTube, and this one's from Andis KK. Do you watch The Bachelor? And
Do I?
if so, which girl do you want for Sean?
Okay, saying I watch The Bachelor is an understatement. Like, Mondays are my favorite day because of The Bachelor. I've like watched it forever, and
Me
The
too.
Bachelor Pad. Like it's my guilty pleasure.
I love The Bachelor.
Yeah, I love The Bachelor. I love all of it. Would never ever go on in a million years, but it's so entertaining to watch. Which girl for Sean? I really like Desiree. I liked Casey B at first, but then last night, like if anyone watched last night's episode, if anyone watched last night's
Creative
episode, she's
editing.
under there. But yeah, she just is like, nah. And yeah, so I like Desiree, and I really like Leslie. I forget which one she is. Like, not Leslie M, the other one, the blonde one. Yeah, so I love The Bachelor, and I'm not like, I don't know if people are gonna get pissed at this, but I'm not the biggest Sean fan. He just doesn't really do it for me.
He's
Like
cute.
he's like
He's cute though.
so The Bachelor though. Like I get why he's chosen. He's just not like my
He's
fave.
heartbroken, Sean.
I
You
know.
Second round try. Second chance,
No, I
Sean.
know. Like I think he's perfect for this season, but like I don't know. And if anyone watched The Bachelorette, Jeff was oh my god, I loved Jeff. And like I don't really know if they're together or not, but I think like,
I know they are still together.
they are, because I've heard different things,
Really?
but
Oh,
who
I
even
thought they
knows
were.
if this is even a real thing. But if they break up, I would go on The Bachelorette or The Bachelor if Jeff was The Bachelor.
Ooh,
So
interesting.
Jeff, if you're watching.
So we'll do another, like, I guess a last round of questions from inside the room, and who would like to start? Just give us a little wave. Go ahead, Ashanti. Hello.
We can't hear
Hello,
you.
Ashanti.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Who makes the most mistakes when filming?
Well, in scenes that probably Monroe in like scenes with me, like not to say that he's like unprofessional or anything. He's very prepared. He's probably the most prepared actually, but he like they also give him really like Eli always says these really like lengthy wordy lines, and he's always like, really guys. So yeah, poor him. Like he always has to say these really hard things, so he flubs them sometimes. So yeah, probably Monroe. But he's so funny about them too. Like all the bloopers are Monroe because he's like, I like want to start being more funny because I want to be in the bloopers more.
It's because you don't make mistakes, Annie.
That's why. Yeah. I know. Wasn't it hard to find bloopers in me? I know.
Yeah, no, and maybe because also like Monroe's not much like Eli.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because it's hard. It's hard when you're not like really like the character you're playing, you know. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, great question, Ashanti. And Jocelyn, go ahead.
Well, since you're talking about that, who's the least like their character on Degrassi?
Like Monroe is not like Eli. I don't really think I'm like Fiona. Christine's definitely, well, Christine, it can be a little Imogen-y, in a good way. Like she's crazy, but not in like a chopsticks in her hair way. And like Jordy, obviously.
We always forget about Jordy.
Yeah, I know.
Like Jordy and Adam because it's like not even the same person.
I know. I don't even think of them being as the same person. So yeah, that's a huge one, I guess. Yeah, everyone is like pretty different from their characters. We always make fun of Luke because like he and Drew are like similar. I mean, Luke's way smarter, but like they're similar, and we've gotten into the habit of just calling him Drook because like we just like everyone, like the makeup people and everything, because like they obviously like the crew has to remember two names because they're talking about a character, but they don't want to call us our characters' names, and so like they've just kind of like amalgamated our name, like shipped like our like actor names and our character names. So we call him Drook, and then the same with Jess Tyler. We call her
Jenna and Jess. So what would that be?
no, what do they call her? Like Jessa or something. I forget. Like there's different names for people who are just like their names are too similar to their character names. But Drook for sure.
That's so funny. Awesome question. Go ahead. Sharon, would you like to ask the next question?
Who is the person who inspired you the most? So your parents or a friend or a teacher?
Yeah, my parents for sure because they're really supportive. I think this whole thing has been really crazy for them too. My mom like would drive me to all my auditions, and actually the audition that ended up being like the one for Degrassi, I was in Montreal on a school trip, and if you don't know where Montreal is, it's like it's like a different province in Canada, so it's like it'd be like probably like an 8-hour drive.
Is it 8
or like
six? No, 5. Oh wow.
Okay,
we're like, 8,
but it was like
6.
but in traffic, like a lot, so it's far, right? Like it's pretty far. And I was on a school trip, and I got the call for this audition, and my mom didn't want me to like fly home by myself because I was like a bit younger, so she drove like 6 hours or whatever to Montreal and picked me up, and we drove back like the same day. So she just like always went over and above for my career. So I definitely owe it all to her. And my dad's been like super supportive too, and You know, when I told him that I wasn't going to go to university right after high school, he was like, what? But he's, you know, he's like happy for me, and yeah, so they are definitely like, I wouldn't be where I am without them, and I have a brother and sister who are really supportive too. So yeah, and like acting wise, you know, Leo, Kate, I love Jennifer Lawrence, love her, and she's like kind of my acting idol now, because she started acting at 14 too, so I'm like, and she's 2 years older than me, so like I have 2 years to like get a Golden Globe.
She got hot really fast, you know, it was a quick one.
So, and I just think she's like really cool and real, and yeah, and I love the Hunger Games, so.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharon.
Okay.
Tara, would you like to ask the next question?
What's the best part about working with the cast, and who's your best friend on set?
I guess like the best part is that I don't ever feel like I'm at work. I feel like I'm at camp that I get paid for, and like it's just amazing. Because we all have like our own dressing rooms and stuff, and we're always like hanging out in each other's rooms, and we have a big green room that has like a pool table, which like we never actually play pool on. Like we just invent other games that involve like a pool table and pool balls and stuff, but like don't actually play pool or sleep on it. Yeah, or we'll take naps on it. We sign the pictures that you might get. We'll come and there'll be stacks of pictures on the pool table and we'll sign them. And we have like a computer in there and stuff, so we are always like blasting music and watching funny YouTube videos and stuff. And like it's been a big thing as of late to change the background on the computer to like an embarrassing photo of one of us, and like if you're not in for a while, it could just stay there until you change it. So like I've come in a few times and seen like these hilarious photos, or like even just funny, like I don't know, funny memes that like involve us, or just like funny memes in general. But like I've been there before where like I'm a dumb picture of me is like the background. I'm like, how long has this been here for? So just like the little things like that, like we're always like scaring each other, like popping out from different rooms, which I don't enjoy. And just like it's just always fun. Like it's just the best place to work ever, and I'm so sad.
No, you're here.
I know, and I'm here, and I'm still gonna be like, maybe I'll be the one to scare people. I'll like pop in the dressing room.
Under the pool table.
Yeah, you never know. I'll take naps on the pool table. But yeah, like best. Like everything is my favorite part about working with the cast. Like coolest people ever.
Yeah, so thank you to everyone so much for watching this hangout, and for everyone in the room. Did anybody else want to add anything or say thanks or bye?
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you guys so much for like entering and spending this time. It's so fun. You gave me a really good excuse to like come to Epitome and hang out, and yeah, and I'm happy to talk to you guys.
And thank you so much to everyone who called in, and we're very happy that you all made it into the room, and sorry to Samantha, who was not able to get back into the room again, and we were hoping to get some of your questions answered. But if you have any questions, just feel free to just message us or DM us as well.
And for you guys who are like who I'm looking at, tell me like on Twitter that it was you, because like I might not recognize your Twitter names or something. So yeah. So just like tell me like, hey, I was talking to you. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we will be doing this more often as well, and I got some tweets already about the group hang being a thing that you guys would watch. So maybe this is definitely not the last time we're going to be hanging out with Annie.
Yay!
So thank you guys and everyone for calling in and for reaching out. And I see Jocelyn just waved her hand. So go ahead.
I just want to say thanks so much. Like I've been so excited about this for like a week now. Anytime I get to talk to you or even just tweet you, I'm like nervous about it. So I've been freaking out. So thank you so much. Everyone had to deal, that I know, and PKI had to deal with me talking about this, so they hate you a little bit, but they love you so much. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm sure it won't be the last time we speak, so.
Thank you guys so much.
And thanks to, like, the people, like, Sharon and Tara, too. Like, I know it's probably, I don't know what hour it is in Holland and Australia right now, so, yeah, so thanks for, like, staying up late or waking up early or whatever you may be doing right now.
I think we got Australia would be early and then Holland would be late, correct?
Yes.
I was totally.
What time is it in Holland?
A half hour past midnight.
Oh my! In Australia?
It's 10:30 in the morning.
In the next day. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're one day ahead. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What happened?
Living in the future.
That's cool. Oh, I have friends in Australia, so they're always like telling me like things, like giving updates on Facebook and stuff that about like the next day, and I'm always confused. But I'll come visit you one day.
Yes.
So thank you to
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.